Hey, gang, what's going on? I got my audio over here, just giving it a listen. How are you? Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Joel Pal Huck here, sitting in the hot seat here on the morning mug. Let's check out my voice, see if I sound all right. Everybody, happy Tuesday. Joel Pal, some sexy dude right there. Whatever. Anyway, what is up, my friends? Thank you for checking out the morning mug here on Tuesday, September 27th. I am sporting a new shirt. This is a peek behind the curtain, if you will, coming up next week. Come hell or high water, y'all. Look, it's been so tough getting the next trivia thing going because of so many things, so many other things that are going on in our community. So I'm going to move it to Tuesday of next week just so I can keep it going. I kept trying to, keep it on Monday as sort of a routine thing, but there was just too much happening. In fact, you just sort of like give it in, right? So I'm going to be part of something next Monday night on Bob's channel. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. But so trivia is coming back next week. It's going to be all Halloween horror themed. This will be part of the ensemble I'll be sporting for that show. I'm not going to show you the other stuff yet. You got to save a little something, but you know the drill, my friends. You're here this morning. Thank you so much. I just want you to sit back, relax, grab a drink, grab a snack, and welcome to the Morning Mug. Hey everyone, welcome to the Morning Mug. Now let's chat. All right, did you spot it? Did you guys spot the new thing? Like I said, I'm pulling a Simpsons here, and every Morning Mug from here on out, there's a little something different in that intro. I'm sure you probably spotted it by now. It's like I mentioned what the thing that'll be changing in each intro is last week. So let's see if you caught it. You guys let me know what was new in that intro. If you did, that means you were watching last week. So I'll wait. I won't tell you just yet. I'll wait and see if you noticed. Let's see who we got in the chat, y'all. Very excited to have you guys around. Look, there it is, Michael. Hey, good morning, sir. I know you're out and about this morning, but thanks for popping in to say hi. Adrian, what's up, man? Man, it is going good. All these friendly faces. Huck's here. What's going on, Huck? Look at that dude. He's at every one of my shows. Goose. So, we're doing our thing. Good morning, everybody. Michael's here. Good morning. What's new with you guys? What's happening? What's kicking? So coming up, you guys get a little advanced chit chat on this. So next week, we're going to do a all horror / Halloween themed trivia night. I have no clue how it's gonna go because I like horror, but man, I know you guys are some serious horror fans out there, so I may have to call in like a horror fan buddy or two to start putting these together because I don't want to just do the one. Any trivia that I do in the month of October will be themed up, and it's open to any and all players. So if you've done trivia before, you're welcome back. Whether you've won or you lost, it does not matter. You are good to go on any of those episodes. It's like a free-for-all, open to everyone. I do have a few people already lined up that I think I have my first episode locked in. I just got to reconfirm with those players that they are good on Tuesday, not Monday. I hope to return back to Monday at some point. But, you got to battle it out here on YouTube, y'all. It's just like, there's a battlefield for talent and programs. Let's see. Mika. Hello. Mika, how are you? Good to see you. Like, even Adrian's happy to see you here. How are you? You got a new podcast coming up, Mika? A new podcast you can tell us about? Like you and your twin will be waxing poetic about a cool horror film? Mm-hmm. So let's see. What else is new? Let me grab the old tablet here and see what's been going on. Oh, Lord. You guys know this is my Pop Culture Cafe Town. It's where I jot down all the gold is in this thing right there. All the new ideas, and it's almost full. I think I have just a few blank pages left, so we have to get a new one of those. Yeah, so let's see if I still have them here. I think I forgot to change them out, but if I got the old ones, I'll show those. As you all know, yeah, let me pull in something real quick. So I got an updated one. So on Thursday, I have my last challenge. It's not my last challenge, but the challenges that I just put up, they're all sort of tied together. So it was the A to Z challenge, the actor challenge, the actress challenge, and now coming up is going to be the director challenge. So that's sort of the wrap up to that little pack of challenges. I got a couple more that I'm thinking about, but yeah, so you know the one. So first we had the A to Z. So everybody that's taking that, I really appreciate that. That was super. That just took off and everybody's taking it. Then that was followed up by the actors. It's always fun to see what people pick for that. And then the actresses. Oh yeah. So that was a lot of fun. And then, in the last ditch effort, you have to be able to do the director's challenge. And the trickiest part with that one is that's it. Like that's your last chance to utilize a director you may have missed in all those other ones, or maybe there was even some actors that are in those directors' things, so you can pick a movie that a director did with this actor and that actress, and then you get them. It's sort of like this this fun game where once you're all done, you have all 4 challenges you can just hold on to and take with you, and everything that you picked in those challenges gets you on the island. That's your VIP ticket. If you just do one challenge, that's the general admission, right? If you do all 4, you get the VIP treatment on the island. Super red carpet. Boat pulls up. It's a red carpet. You get off the boat. It's pretty sweet. I've been there. It's awesome. Yeah. Anyway, so if you guys are taking it, I appreciate it. If you haven't taken some yet, get on it and let me know what you would do for some of those. So let's see what the horror pack's got. Yes, it'll be an all horror theme this month. Huckwood Podcast. Yeah, see, same. Now look, Mika, as one of my fantastic former players, and we are doing Halloween horror themed trivias. It's reopened to every previous player. So I know you love that horror genre. So if you want in, let me know. Put you down on this list because I know you would make a fantastic contestant in an old horror battle. Adrian says that Steelbook battle on Bob's. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, it was weird because I sometimes I would get confused because at the end it was between Ryan and Dave, and they said try to stump the other person. So Ryan pulled something and Dave didn't have it. So I thought that was him being stumped, and then Dave pulled one, and then Ryan didn't have it. So I thought Ryan was stumped. So really, it was they kept going until someone pulled something someone else had, which is not being stumped. So yeah. So Bob, I need some clarity on that because I'll be playing the slipcover battle next Monday, just before I do trivia on Tuesday. So next week's going to be chock full, y'all. Yeah. So that's. But it was still pretty fun watching them pull some sweet titles. Are you guys like me too? They pulled so much stuff. Were you like, I got to look that up. I got to go get that. I got to go buy that. Yeah, because Bobby even said, I could just smell all these carts filling up online. Can't quite say that. That's me embellishing a little bit. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is when you watch things like that and you see, oh my God, some really amazing slips. There was some Young Guns, not slips, steelbooks. The Young Guns was really cool. What was the Mystery Men? Ryan, was that your? I think that was Ryan's that did that Mystery Men, or I don't know. It could have been. I don't know. No, mixing them all up. It's 8 of them on there. So, but that Mystery Men was very, very sweet. That would be one I'd like to have, but I know it's super rare. So pass. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Hello, everyone. And Michael says, is this horror trivia contest on Zoom or live chat? It'll be just like this. It'll be on, I use StreamYard for this. It'll be a live chat like this. I don't pre-record my stuff on Zoom, although I do have some interviews I'm hoping to do soon that I'll probably pre-record on Zoom just to have some editing capabilities for it. But yeah, it'll be live, baby. So get over there and play along. It's going to be fun. Or if you want on, you got the tablet right here. I'll jot your name down. Adrian says, hey there. I almost read at least, hey there, Mr. Scott, because I got Scotty on my brain. Captain, there be whales. I've been watching Star Trek for like days, like all 6 Star Trek. So I got like Scotty. I just watched Star Trek 5 earlier this morning, as a matter of fact. Hey, Garyman. What's up, man? Good to see you. What's up, Adrian, James? How are you doing today? Like everybody's just checking in. So, people are, Sue, good morning. Morning, Huck. I'm off to the hunt. Wish me luck. Well, good luck, Queen. May you find fruitful snags in your endeavors there. Good job last night, by the way. That was a crazy Steelbook battle royale kind of thing. That was a lot. That's a lot going on there, but super fun to watch you guys. I'm good, he says, responding. So we answer on live chat. Cool. Yeah, man. Yeah. You just like now how you're responding here. So the way, in case you haven't been to one live, they're super fun. So it plays, you get to play along while it's going on, just like the players are. So if I ask a question, you guys are welcome to just pounce into that chat, say the answer that you think it is to that question, and then we just keep going. I don't bounce back into the chats a lot because I treat it like a real game. I want it to flow really fast, like a real game show. So I don't really stop to go look at every answer that you guys did. But at the end of each round, I do one just for the audience. So that's when the contestants kind of sit back, relax, take a breath, take a drink, and then you guys play one. And then I'll bounce over and see what you guys are saying to that. Make sure someone guessed the right answer. So yeah, it's mega fun, man. So if you want to come and play along, it's awesome. Yo. Hey, saying hey, Sue. It says Thor: Love and Thunder came out today on blue, and it seems like the regular blue has a slip cover. It's weird because Marvel and Disney haven't put slips on the regular. I know, right? What? Yeah, we don't understand Disney and their packaging and their marketing. It's like Blu-ray's no slip, 4K slip. Some things don't even get to come out on disc because they don't care. Excuse me. For me, one of the worst things I think is when they grabbed Fox. It's like I feel like all these studios that are doing a little bit better than other studios want to just buy up like the ones who are struggling a little bit. I mean, I get the really small ones like, MGM needed to be absorbed. I think that was by Warner Brothers, and, Sony, they have their stuff, but I don't know. So obviously they did it so they could own Star Wars, right? It's like, okay, if we buy Fox, that they're done, but we'll get their entire catalog, but really it's because we want Star Wars. Now you also did get the X-Men out of it, but we haven't seen anything regarding that purchase for X-Men at all. I mean, you know what I mean? Like in a real deal, like that's not something like, what was it? X-Men Dark Phoenix, whatever, the new X-Men, but they're trying to slow play it so they can incorporate it into the MCU. I get that. But because of all that purchasing, we're not getting a lot of Fox movies on video. So that's very frustrating, except for the things that were sort of maybe in the pipeline beforehand, like Speed and stuff like that. So thank God we got Speed, right? But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I get it. I know it was a good thing for them to purchase them, but for us movie lovers, it wasn't such a good thing. They should have had some deal in place, man. Fox just said, look, people still love our stuff, so you have to, as part of this contract, at least keep putting our stuff out on physical media. Whatever you do with your Disney stuff, that's on you. But, I don't know. And then it's not like there's a really good streaming place to get a lot of the Fox catalog, because Disney's just showcasing their stuff. They don't have, and here's the Fox button. You click on the Fox button, there's every Fox movie ever made. So, no bueno. KB, what is going on, man? Oh, man. Hey, morning mugsters. There you got a new one there. That's much better. Morning Mugsters. We're getting good feedback on our conversation. I'm going to tell you, I've already watched it twice. It's so good, KB. We're having such a good time. I loved it. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I did a conversation with KB on his channel. Go to KB Loves Movies. He's right there. I'm going to leave it up. So you guys right now, head over there. If you don't know KB, go to his channel, click it, subscribe. I'll wait. Done. Because that's how fast they went over there, KB. And check out the conversation we had. It was so much fun because when my wife got home later that night, she's like, what'd you do? We always talk about over dinner. What'd you do? I said, I checked out, KB's channel and our conversation. She goes, oh, we have to watch that tonight. I was like, all right. So I watched it again at night before we went to bed. So yeah, man, it was fun. If you guys haven't seen it, you got to check it out. It's really, really fun. I was like, man, we talked about a lot of cool stuff. I'm still throwing my hat in the ring on staying alive, right, KB? Look, dun, dun, dun. It's far from over. What is happening? Okay, is that from that movie? I know that's Frank Stallone. Far from over. See, that's the other thing too is Frank Stallone appeared in a lot of soundtracks, especially if Stallone was involved. Sly was involved. He would use his brother on soundtracks. It's far from over, right? Yeah. See, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute since I've seen that. Dominican says, good morning to Sue. How can I be a contestant? Well, if you're interested, I got everyone. It's a big list. I don't know if you can say. So if you're interested, just let me know, and I basically write your name in the book, and it just says future players, and I just write all these names down of people who have said they're interested in coming on and playing. And then I'll just sort of do a random pick, or if I'm trying to, pit certain people with certain people, I'll reach out to those players. And if they're available for that show, they're on. If they're not, then I'll move on to another person on the list. And eventually we'll get to everybody on the list. We're not going anywhere. So if you don't make it on, Tuesday's show, then you can maybe get on the next one, or maybe we'll do some holiday Christmas show. We'll have that. They're not all themed, but or you can just be on any future show. So yeah, that's clearly talking isn't as easy as what I just described. That's how easy it is to get on the list. All you gotta do is say, I want to get on the list, and I'll jot you down. So if you say it, I'll write it. Some people like need to sort of watch a couple more to get comfortable, because some people freak out with trivia. They think, oh my God, I'm going to be so bad. It's funny because most people think they're going to be bad, but most people get on and do really well. They do really well. Even if you don't crush it, you still do pretty good. No one's gotten like 0 or 10, you know what I mean? Like everyone's gotten over 20 or something like that, I think. But yeah, but even so, it's still a lot of fun. Robert Makes the Cut says, hey to everyone. Hey, Sue. Look at Mika. And they're all just at KB. Everyone's just, chillaxing, saying, hey. Sue is on a tear, y'all. She's hot wheeling it to Best Buy, going into Target. You going into Target today? Well, Target, what? Is it a Holy Trinity trip? Best Buy, Walmart, Target? Because, those can be a lot. I keep saying it's, hang on. Yeah, Dominican. Yeah, I'm going to say Dimension, maybe. Dimension, Scott, Dominican. I apologize, sir. Do you collect television shows? I sure do. In fact, you'll see it right there. There's my Star Trek television. I'm grabbing it like that's because there's a tribble right there. See, there's a little tribble. There it is right there. And a little Gorn figure. So yeah, Star Trek's that's that right there. But a little further over, I have a little like you see this row here. On the other side, I have TV shows. So yeah, I like collecting TV shows. I'm a fan of that. In fact, I got a new TV show collection coming in soon, but I got to wait post it. In fact, right back here, we got The Incredible Hulk. We got Happy Endings, which I think is hilarious. I love that. After Friends went off the air, I was looking for something that had sort of this goofy kind of interesting humor to it, and that is really good. There's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Speaking of, that's been probably my favorite comedy since Friends went off the air. What else we got over here? We got Burn Notice and Psych. Oh, and Smallville right there. So yeah, we got things that aren't even on the shelf over there. But yeah, I like collecting TV. Are you a TV fan, sir? Let me know if you if you are, what would be ones you would collect if you collect them, or if you do have already collected them, what'd you get? Hawk trivia game. Hawk. I sound like the dude from Cobra Kai. Trivia game show in front of a non-studio audience. That's right. I should just have, like, my wife and daughter and dog, just when something funny happens, they'll clap, or they'll laugh really loud. That'll be the studio audience. Or I could have some canned laughter buttons when I hit them. Oh, hey, I may have gone to something right there. Stay tuned for the next show to see if I follow through on that. Have you watched Andor? Oh, I almost did. It's good? Okay. Like, I wanted to watch it the other night, and the family's like, Like, I just don't know if they're up for another Star Wars show. Like, I don't think we've been super overwhelmed by Boba Fett or Obi-Wan. I thought they were good, but I wasn't blown away by them. So I think when I said Andor, they're like, So we have to just watch episode 1 on my own. I hear Star Wars fans are liking it. It's not a part of anything. I think it's its own deal. But I don't know. I haven't seen it. Thank you, Mika. She says, I recommend checking out Huck's conversation with KB. It's so good. Great film conversation. Yeah, man. We dig deep into the old Huckster's past and what brought me out here and all that good stuff. Staying alive. Yeah, come on, KB. Let's do it. Dun, dun, dun. I think it's funny, in the conversation, I called her Cynthia Nixon, who's from Sex and the City. It's Cynthia Rhodes, little darling from the 80s. Yeah, Frank Stallone, baby. Take you back. Do, take you back. I don't know why I could even try. Remember that from Rocky? He's standing around the trash can. It's all on fire. And Rocky walks by and they're like, what's up, Rocky? And he's all singing that. It's a nice a cappella thing. What I love is that they put that song on the Rocky soundtrack. I was like, yes, it's so good. It just, that's that Frank, man. He got some pipes on him. Robert's laughing. Yeah, Mika says, love Staying Alive. After VHS. See, Mika, you and me, man. We're like souls connected from afar. Thanks, Mika, and good morning. Yes, it really is good. Hit that like button. Yeah, I always forget to do that. So we got 16, so 15. One dropped out right as I looked. 15 watching, 6 likes. You guys just click it, bump it up to 10, me and my numbers of 5. My daughter's the same way. If we're listening to the radio and the radio's like on 11, she's like, what are you doing? Either go down to 10 or go up to 15. I'm like, yeah, I know. So yeah, let's get that thing up. I got 7. Come on, you guys can do it. Dun, 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 take you back. Look at that. It'll just, I sang some Frank Stallone for you right there. That's worth a couple of likes right there. Hey, Michael says, I would like to be contested, please. All right. So, no, it's not in the morning. It's they are always at night. So I will do them. So I'm California time. So I usually do them at 6 p.m. my time. And if you're on the East Coast, that's 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 o'clock East Coast time. So whichever coast you're on, it'll be 6 p.m. California, PST time. So if you're good for Tuesday nights at that time, then that's when they are. So if that's, you can see, look right now, man, I'm jotting you down, but you also have to make sure I got a way to get in touch. So are we buddies, Michael, on Instagram? I got so many Instagram things I forget, but it's better to go over to Instagram and say it again. So then I have sort of a paper trail, if you will, a digital paper trail of people that want in. Then I also have a way to communicate with you saying, hey, are you in for this day? Oh, my Lanta, Miss Jess. Hello, I didn't see my name on the book. Kidding. Hopefully I get lucky and selected for Miss Jess, it's so funny. I feel like I've tried to reach out to you so often, and I don't know. Like I thought I had you on Instagram. I sent it. Like I was asking people, like, how do I get in touch with Miss Jess, man? So see this pen? I'm writing you down, Miss Jess. So please make sure we are connected on Instagram. If I'm just not texting a whole different Miss Jess, because I know when I type Miss Jess, a lot of people think they're Miss Jess, and there's a ton of them. I'm like, that's not the one I'm looking for. So yes, right now. In fact, what I would love, Mika and Miss Jess and Mel, if you're watching, I don't know if you're watching, I haven't looked down yet. I hope you are. I would love an all-girl horror battle. So if you guys want, in fact, I've just been wanting an all-girl battle forever. So if I can make it horror, that would be even sweeter. So if you're down, Miss Jess, I'm so glad you're here because I swear I've been trying to like get you forever. But I want to get you, Mika, Mel, and Sue. You're kind of a horror fan, right? Like, I think so. Like if you're down with that, could you guys imagine those four? Oh, make my nerd brain explode. The four of you say yes. Oh, could you imagine? Come on. I'm putting it out there. Miss Jess, Mika, Mel, and Sue. And I'm going to put it all right here. Hope it comes back in. So that's out there. I've done it. Like even my phone's blowing up. Everybody's like chiming in. Yeah. All right. So all you got to do is say yes. Who knows? That could even be the first one. How has the record for the most points? Oh, who has the record? I haven't been keeping track like that. But that is a good question. It's high. Let's see. Is anyone actually? It's funny. Here's the last scoreboard here. 40, 46. So I know Mr. Nichols got 46 in the last game. So I don't know if that's the record because I don't think anyone's crested 50. So hang on, let's put this on silent. Has crested 50 yet, but yeah. So in the 40s, I know we got a lot in the 40s. Yes, I am hot wheeling. Go, girl. Take off. Holy Trinity trip. Oh, snap. It's going to be a good video. Sue cruising. Scruising. All right, here we go. Goose says, I wish The Ranch starring Sam Elliott and Ashton Kutcher had a physical media release. Great show. Absolutely hilarious. Oh, yeah. I never saw that, but I remember seeing that advertised. So it's a funny show. I didn't realize that. I thought The Ranch, I don't know, for some reason I thought it was like just by the title, one of those Yellowstone type things. And plus, Sam Elliott, you look at that guy and that's like, oh, okay, that's a Western or something. Adrian says, hello, Susan. Which says, about your Smallville Blu-ray set, how much did it cost to get it? I waited till Amazon Prime Day, and I got that for a sweet deal. It's usually well over 100. In fact, when it's on sale, it's usually at about 100 and something, maybe 108 or whatever. I want to say it was 88 or 90, something like right in that little area. And I'm like, whoa, okay, that's pretty low for that. I've never seen that low. And it was like like I said, Amazon Prime Day lightning deal. So I pounced on that. Very excited. I love Smallville, man. You guys watch Smallville? Because see, I'm a Superman fan. First of all, everyone dogs on Superman, but whatever. I mean, look, they're all superheroes. They always say, "Oh, you can relate to Batman because he's human." I'm like, can you though? Can you relate? Let's break this down. We're gonna do a little superhero breakdown for you guys right now. All right, so you got Batman and Superman. Let's take those two because that's everyone takes the side, right? And everyone mostly takes Batman's side because I think Batman's cool with the gadgets. So I think people also think by picking Batman they look cooler. That's my take on those Batman people. Anyway, look, Batman's cool. I'm just trying to pitch some love for Superman that doesn't get enough of. So let's take the two superhero identities, right? So you got Batman and Superman. Can we relate to either one of those? The answer is no. Okay, let's just say no. Okay, unless you actually are dressing up as a vigilante fighting crime at night, you can't relate to Batman. Take the human part. It's not the human part. I'm talking about the superhero part. No one can relate to that. Certainly no one can relate to Superman because he's almighty and he can fly, super strong, all the goodies that we know Superman has. Now, let's break it down to the human sides, right? Or the alter ego. Well, for Superman, here's the thing. Superman is always Superman, even when he's Clark Kent. But Bruce Wayne has to become Batman, right? So that's the difference in the two guys. Anyway, let's break it down. We'll call them the human sides, right? So Bruce Wayne is a billionaire that can do anything he wants, buy anything he wants, create anything he wants, right? Just like the sky's the limit with Bruce Wayne. Okay, so how many of you watching this can relate to Bruce Wayne? I'm guessing nobody. unless you are literally Bruce Wayne. Now, Clark Kent, on the other hand, grew up on a farm with a family, small family, who showed him right from wrong, tried to teach him to use his powers for the sake of good, right? Because if they were a-hole parents and they was like, oh, just go laser that tree down and go beat up that bully if he's pissing you off, right? Because there are parents like that out there who would not care that he's, misusing his power. But he had an impeccable upbringing with fantastic parents. Now, I know I can relate to that very well, right? Because I feel like I had really good parents. I had a good childhood growing up. They taught me right from wrong, do the right thing. You still screw up. So does Clark. Clark still screwed up. That's what I love about Smallville. It's all about growing up and channeling your powers, learning your powers, and dealing with them, but also just fitting into the world as a nerdy teenager and just trying to fit in a society. I mean, he's a misfit at that point. He just happens to have superpowers. And I feel like we've all been there. We've all been where Clark Kent has been. He can't even use his powers because like the football team, if he goes on the football team, he can, it's like Clark said in Superman, the movie, every time I get the football, I can score a touchdown every time. Like it is a bird showing off when it flies. And then his dad has to cut him up. No. But you know what I mean? Like he's just trying to say, I can do all these things. Why can't I use those things? And that's just awesome. Anyway, so that's my little Clark Kent Superman rant. I know you guys can still hate Superman. I don't care, but I like Superman. So, hey, Adrian, have you played Escape the Undertaker? No, I have not. Is it good? Escape the Undertaker. Andor is part of Rogue One. Just a more serious vibe than the other shows. Really enjoy it. Surprised me. All right, cool. So, okay, so it's tangentially connected to Rogue One, which I liked. I thought that was good. So it is like, yeah. See, I thought it was his own complete standalone thing, but it is not. Let's see. 6 p.m. is perfect. All right. Jotting you down. Like I said, the list is big. It may not be the next one, like coming up Tuesday, but the fact that you're now on the list is excellent because I always need players. So be ready. Be ready for that call, Michael. Hockey playing on watching the Munsters. Yes, I am. Look, I know everyone's just hating on that, Mika. And I was a huge Munsters fan growing up. I loved Munsters and Addams Family, but personally, like I leaned a little bit more towards the Munsters. I don't know. I just kind of loved like Fred Gwynn's like super, like lovable performance. Like he's this immense monster who's just so kind and sort of gawky and like Lily, I don't know this. I just found such charm in that performance. And then the rest of the cast is super great as well. And so I think it's also like, it's like an energy thing, right? Like, so we all know like my energy is like this. And I feel like the Munsters energy was like that. And then the Addams Family was a little bit more chill, a little bit more cool, right? But still very funny. Like I loved Lurch. Lurch was my favorite character. Ironically, Lurch is the guy who moves the slowest and says the least. And yet every time he would say something like to put a button on a scene, it was hilarious. It would just drop me every time. I'm like, and then that's also when, as a kid, I was one of these like nerds out of the box that paid attention to credits. I would watch in credits as a kid. I wouldn't really super focused, but I'd sit through them. The theme music would play again. Plus, it was also the springboard into the next show. So, but I would enjoy watching that, especially with cartoons. So the longer I watched cartoons, I would keep seeing a name come up again and again. I'm like, who's this Frank Welker guy, right? So all of a sudden, I realized that Frank Welker literally does every voice on television. He's like, did Scooby. In fact, he did the voice of Scooby and Fred at many times, and so many more things. Having watched Star Trek 3 recently, I also learned that, so in Star Trek 3, right, they go get Spock off the planet. It's called The Search for Spock. Obviously, Spock is being regenerated from the Genesis torpedo. Super nerd. Here we go. And then when they find him, though, he's been regenerated as a child and he's growing back into the Leonard Nimoy Spock. And when he's the teenager and he's kind of like growing too fast, he's like, ah! He's got these screams that he's doing. Guess what? the screams aren't done from the young actor playing young Spock. It's done by Frank Welker. Frank Welker is also known to come in and do goofy things like screams, animal sounds, all that good stuff. So, yeah. So, wow, that was quite the tangent from am I going to watch The Munsters? See what happens every time I do this, Mika? But yeah, I want to watch it, I definitely want to watch it before I buy it, because it could be a dangerous purchase. But since it's on Netflix, yeah, I think I showed it to my daughter, see if she would like find it funny. I don't know with her anymore. She's like, yeah, like there's this little closed eye thing, like, yeah, let's watch that. I'm like, you sure? I'll watch it by myself. Oh, you don't have Instagram? Well, let's see. I also have a Facebook page, so you can go to Facebook and look up Huck's Pop Culture Cafe, join the page, and then you can, send a message there, or go to any of the videos I have listed here. Maybe just send a little. I need a way to just get in touch with you, because once we start preparing for the show, I have to send a link out to everybody. So whether that's an email or something, so that has to be set up first. So until we can get there, that's when I can start getting you on the show. But I have to have those type of ways to contact you and communicate to get you on. So there you go. And as I pop down, you got Facebook. So there you go. So yeah, man, maybe go check me out on Facebook. I think that'll be where we can get it. Horror trivia night at 9 p.m. Perfect. That's witching hour in Finland. Oh yeah, sweet. Hey, Merha, welcome back. Nice. So are you up for it? You're going to stay at 3 a.m. and watch a bewitching trivia night? It could be a lot of fun. I'm down, Huck, for all girl trivia night. That's one. Miss Jess. Come on, Miss Jess. You still here? Oh, let me go. Sue says, sign me up. Sorry, am I going? Going. I'm down for all right. Oh my God, guys. It's going to be so good. All right. We got to get Mel on board. I know I don't see Mel in here this morning, but all right. Now, how are the three of you for next Tuesday at 6 p.m. /7, 8, 9 p.m.? If you're good on that Tuesday, I'll make it the very first. I'll make it the first one out of the gate, man. It'll be an extravaganza next Tuesday night, because I'm going to have one next Tuesday night no matter what. And I would love to start it off with the all-girl horror battle for show. Oh man, that'd be great. All right, let's see. Adrian, go back up one. Will you do a sci-fi trivia night? I'd love to do a sci-fi trivia night. Would you be down with that one, the sci-fi? Because I feel like maybe after October is over, maybe I'll do a palate cleanser with sci-fi. I don't get a lot of sci-fi people out there, Adrian, so I know you are, so I got to find some sci-fi buds. I know Tim talks talkies as a sci-fi guy, so I could pull him in maybe, start, I don't mind pulling in people who played before at this point. Anybody that wants to play and is free, this is what I'm running into, y'all. It's also finding enough players that are also free, because there's just so much going on. But absolutely. Gary says, no desire to see new monsters. Yeah, I know. I get it. I'm not pumped to see it. I just am curious to see it. It looks very much, it's more in tone, I think, with the original show than I was expecting. Because when you hear Rob Zombie, you think he's going to do some reimagining where it's going to be some horrific twist to them, but it is clearly not that. So noise. Goose says, has anyone seen the Dahmer Netflix series? No, I haven't. I'm only on the beginning of the second episode, but from what I've seen, I'll warn you, it's not for the screamers. Yeah, I know. I was saying that in my box office breakdown for Monday. I also go through all the top things that are in streaming, and I'd mentioned that one as the number one in the TV show department on Netflix. But I know the story. I know who he is. I don't need that. I really don't. Yes, cool. It's probably well made, but I got so little time to watch stuff that, especially a lot of my stuff is just before bed. The last thing I need just before bed is watching a serial killer. Yeah. So, movies ensue. Will there be a live chat stream this week? Yeah. I know she usually does them on Wednesdays. So there it is. Yes. Live stream tomorrow night. Voila. Let's all be there. Be there, be square. Merha says, Goose Dahmer is on my watch list. I love Ryan Murphy's stuff. Cool. Well, you guys let me know. I'm sure it's cool and all that, but I'm not eager to jump on the wagon on that one. Wise Guy, one of the best TV shows ever. Yeah, Wise Guy, man. Ken Wall, right? If I got that right, Ken Wall was Wise Guy. Currently watching it now. Ooh, wow, look at you. Adrian says, do you remember the cartoon version of the Family? Yeah, I do. I remember that. I'm a Saturday morning cartoon guy. You guys, anybody else here besides this old dude that remembers Saturday morning cartoons? Man, like I'd sit there with here's the layout. Okay, so on CBS from 7 to 8, you got the Bugs Bunny hour. Okay, and then you gotta shoot over to NBC because that's got like Super Friends on that. So you got to go Super Friends, Johnny Quest, and then bounce back over to ABC, right? Like every Saturday, that's how you gotta roll with. So you get to see all the things you like the most all Saturday morning. It was so much fun living that, because now, of course, you got cartoons on 24/7, Cartoon Network. You just streaming in general. You can pop up on Disney Plus. I got like every X-Men cartoon and Marvel cartoon just at your fingertip. So it's still nice to have that instantly accessible, but it does take a little of that, oh, here it comes, that anticipation. But yeah, so I remember that. Hey, Huck, I'm here. Good morning, y'all. Hey, good morning, man. Hope everything went well. Ken, what up, Huck? I just saw the Final Frontier. Dude, I just saw it too. I just finished it. Oh, wait, yeah, Final Frontier. Yeah. Finished it this morning as well. Comments about that I'll save. But yeah, it's been kind of fun watching this. So I got one left. Got to watch the Star Trek the Motion Picture. Ever since they all came out, I've been sort of binging all the Star Trek movies. So got them all down except for the Motion Picture. It's the last one. I'm up at 3 a.m. more likely than at 3 p.m. I work at home, and since I'm a night owl, I mostly work at night. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, stick around. Come on over to the trivia nights. Like I said, usually they're on Monday nights at 6, 9, but this next week it'll be on Tuesday. So yeah. Hey there, Katie Levels. Everybody saying hey to the Kinster. Whenever you need me, Huck, I'm there. Girl, right here. Done. Love that. Love me some Sue. I finished watching Dahmer last night, and it's worth seeing for Evan Peters' performance. He's absolutely incredible. Oh yeah? Is it, how many episodes? Is it like one of those 6-episode things? Or is it just like shorter or longer? Although that's what I kind of like, that series nowadays aren't that long, because when it's only like a 6 to 10 episode commitment, that feels so much more doable than it's like, oh, Smallville, 22 episodes. I'm like, well, let me just cherry pick the good ones. So, KB, you feel me, right? I lived on Saturday morning cartoons. What was your jam, man? My jam was like, it had to be Johnny Quest first. Like that was one of the ones that would always come in like a little early, like 7 or 7:30. Man, I got Johnny Quest right over here on Blu-ray. Those are good transfers too. But yeah, and that was originally a late night, like a PM show. So was the Flintstones, right? So there was a time when people were trying to get cartoons in the evening as primetime shows. And that was a primetime show. Of course, when we saw it, it was, Saturday morning cartoon show. But yeah, love me that Johnny Quest, Super Friends, all that good stuff. KB says hey to Ken. Let's see. KB loves movies. Me too. The WB was my favorite besides the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show on ABC. The WB was your favorite. What was the WB? That's not the name of a cartoon, because you're saying the WB was my favorite besides Bugs Bunny and Tweety show. So I don't know what WB is. Let's see. I think you've spelt my name wrong, Ken. We're just all typing fast. I don't think anybody's trying that hard. The Halloween Ends final trailer drop. Oh, yeah? How's it look? Does it look good? Disappointing? I hope that movie's good, kind of in that little trilogy. I don't know. Halloween is a good franchise, but it's never one that I like all of those Halloweens. I'm like, oh, can't wait. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the villain's just, I feel like in Halloween Kills, is it just me, or did Michael Myers start to feel a little bit more like Jason Voorhees? I mean, that's kind of the vibe I was getting. Like, they feel like the exact same character now. like they're just very tall, imposing, cannot die characters. Wears a mask. I mean, they feel like at this point in the franchises, they feel like the same character to me. Only I think Jason moves a little quicker. Like he's got more pep to his step when he's on a killing spree. Oh, wait. Mika says, yes, Sue. Movies and Sue. Evan Peters is always great. Yay, movies. For real, man. Hey, KB. Again, go check out KB's interview that I did with him. It was so much fun. Thanks, Huck. I'll try to join you guys as long as I don't have deadlines. Of course, I get it. Even me, I got, my work hour now is starting up at 9. So hopefully we can, make it a nice tight 1 hour this morning. 10 episodes. Oh, it's 10 episodes. Okay, I've watched 3 so far. Wow, you guys are Dahmer fans. I guess that's why it's number 1 over there, man. Everybody's like eager to see them some Dahmer drama. Dahmer drama. Just made that up clearly because it wasn't funny. It's 10 episodes, around 50 minutes each. Oh, wow, 50 minutes. Dang. All right, that's okay. There it is. Super Friends, Electro Woman and Dinah Girl. All right, now KB, check this out. Don't look it up. Do not go to Google. And if you answer it, I will know that you did it from the heart. Do you know? I didn't know this till recently. I say recent, probably like in the last 10 years. Do you know who did the theme song to Electro Woman and Dinah Girl? Think about it. Electro Woman and Dinah Girl. No. Yeah, you got to picture the voice. If you can dial in the voice, you might figure out who that artist was. Who was the artist that sang the theme song to Electro Woman and Dinah Girl? And let's just say, man, I would have killed to see that artist sing that during a concert. I lost my mind. I'm like, why is that person singing that song? Because she did that song. Anyway, so we'll see if KB gets that before I tell you guys. Merha says, movies and Sue. Have you seen American Horror Story? Evan Peters is great in that too. The whole cast is great, but my favorite Ryan Murphy thing is Feud, Betty, and Joan. Or Bet, maybe it's just Bet and Joan. That's fantastic. I love Sharon, man. I remember watching the George Reeves Superman series on Saturday morning when I was a kid. Oh yeah, I didn't have that on Saturday mornings where I was. I felt like those appeared more on like Sundays for me. Sundays were cool too, because Sundays, while not as awesome as Saturdays, because there was a lot of the religious programming in the morning, so you had to kind of wait for all that like 700 Club and all that to go away. But then when that was over, we had like these excuse me one second. We had these like Abbott and Costello theaters, like the Abbott and Costello Theater, Monster Theater, so that you got to see a lot of Godzilla and Gamera and those kind of movies. So that was fun. Then Dagwood and Blondie. So that's how I got introduced to all these old black and white shows like Abbott and Costello, their movies, and Dagwood and Blondie, and those old monster movies with Godzilla. Man, I remember seeing Godzilla versus Megalon for the first time on that, and I was just like, oh snap, this is a robot monster fighting a monster. Yeah, Little Huck was in heaven. That was so cool. Mike says Warner Brothers Channel 5. Oh, Warner Brothers Channel 5 had a morning thing. Okay, I think by then I wasn't watching Saturday mornings anymore. So they had, that was their Saturday morning. Yeah. So I've seen all those just more like on Cartoon Network. But yes, okay, cool. So you're slightly younger there, Michael. So you got the Saturday mornings after the main. See, I only had the 3 main networks. I didn't even have Fox, WB, or any of that stuff. So we just had 3 networks we had to, plot our mornings out with. But I love those, by the way. Animaniacs, Freakazoid, Pinky and the Brain. Have you seen the new Pinky and the Brain or Animaniacs on Netflix? It's pretty good. It's pretty fun. And they poke fun at the old Animaniacs at the same time. So, yeah. Let's see. Kid says, sorry, agent, like that he watched Superman on the mornings. I'm not sure which one you're responding to. So this is the thing when you go down the line, not quite sure what everyone's responding to. Yes, I have. And he's also great in Mar of Easttown. Nice. Sounds like this guy. Got to check out more Evan Peters, man. Seriously creepy in some American Horror Stories. Great actor. Hi, why am I spacing out? Let's see. Evan Peters. Oh, that guy. Yeah, of course. I don't know why I was like Evan Peters. Yeah, it was the guy from, X-Men. Yeah, man. Okay, I get it now. Let's see. Marv Easttown's so amazing. Great acting across the board. Yeah, that thing did really well at the Emmys, I believe. I know Kate Winslet got the Emmy for that. Yes, I knew I couldn't stump you. And given that it's all caps, that tells me you knew it from the heart. You didn't look that up. In case you don't know, the way that is spelled, everyone, it is Cyndi Lauper. Yeah, so Cyndi Lauper did the theme song. In fact, go to when you're done here. We'll be done in like 10 minutes. Go to YouTube, look up Electro Woman and Diner Girl theme song. It's pretty hilarious. And it stars like this lady who was mostly known for soap operas, Days of Our Lives. Deidre Hall is the main star. And she was really good. I remember my mom watched Days of Our Lives a lot. So that actually got me into Days of Our Lives. I was like this for a brief time, sort of in my college years and just before, I would start watching Days of Our Lives. Like when I was at home, I was like, oh, this is really fun. The whole Bo and Hope stuff, whatever. No one knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, so Deidre Hall was the star of Electro Woman and Diner Girl. Cyndi Lauper did the theme song. Let's move on, Huck. Nobody cares. All right. Mara says, Marv Easttown, haven't seen it. Yeah, let's get it. Add it to your watch list. Just watch the final trailer for Halloween Ends. I got to say, goosebumps. Oh, see what you did there. Goosebumps. I almost read your name like that. It's like, cool, man. All right, I'm going to have to go watch it after this then. See if I get, some Huck bumps. Oh, you're batting 1,000 day, Huck. All right, yeah, it's Bet as in Bet. It's Betty as in Betty Davis and Joan Crawford. Nice. Yeah. Okay, now I know exactly what you are referring to. Based on the real life relationship, Susan Sarandon and Jessica Lange. Nice. Those are some banging actresses, man. They are good. I know. I can't wait for Halloween Ends. All right. So let's see. I have not seen the new Animaniacs where it's on. I believe it was on Netflix. Yeah. Okay. Could be wrong. I always get it mixed up. It's either Netflix or Hulu, but I think it's Netflix. But if you don't see it there, go to Hulu. It's one of those two for sure. So if it's still there, I don't know if things sort of like, come and go, but I would hope that it's still on there. Ken says Evan Peters is great in American Animals. Man, look at all you Evan Peters fans out there. Now, I would just assume at this point, Evan Peters should appear on some of you people's top 25 actors. Hello. Take the challenge, people. Yeah, we got the Director's Challenge coming out on Thursday. It'll drop at 5 a.m. in the morning for me, 8 o'clock you guys. So that'll be the end of that 4-part challenge. So, it's been a lot of fun. I'm very thankful to everyone who's taken any or all the challenges out there. It's fun to do, even if you just type them in, to pick those actors. And it's tough, because so many of those actors have so many great films to pick from that you could go in any direction. Almost gave something away. I almost told you like what I picked for one of my directors. Therefore, I almost gave up his name and his movie. Good heavens. Slow down, Huck. It's not even out yet. I was like, should I give you guys a taste? No. Thursday. You have to wait. Thursday. Do you like any British sci-fi shows or comedies? Oh, yeah. When I was growing up, I worked at a PBS station. You guys know PBS, where you got to call in and sponsor the network and all that stuff. And as an employee there, I was the on-air switcher. I'll tell you guys a very funny on-air switcher story in a second. And so one of the programs we would air, several, was Monty Python, Fawlty Towers, and Blackadder, right? And some Doctor Who and all that stuff too. So that's how I got into that, because I was switching. So it wasn't automated. You have to like know the countdown and hit the button, and then it fades to in this case there weren't commercials. It was always promos for other shows on PBS. And as I'm watching Blackadder, I'd never seen or heard of it. I'm just, I usually put whatever I'm showing. I didn't care for half the stuff we showed, but I would put it on and then just start reading a book or, doing something over here. And then I just kept hearing the lines from Blackadder. And finally I'm like, okay, this sounds hilarious. And I just kept watching it, and it was so funny. I mean, that's right in my wheelhouse of humor, is that kind of stuff. And so Blackadder with Rowan Atkinson, I mean, he's really great as Bean, but man, as Blackadder, and John Cleese as Fawlty. Fawlty Towers was great. And Basil, yes, Basil was so great. So yeah, I do love a lot of sci-fi and British stuff. Probably more British comedies than sci-fi. Like I've seen, Blake, what is it called? Blake 7, I think, and Red Dwarf and stuff like that. Those don't really click with me. Doctor Who's probably the one that clicks the most, especially the newer incarnations, where they got a little bit more budget and actually look better. Man, some of those old school effects is like, but when you're younger though, you let those slide, I think. Mira says, James, in my opinion, British comedy is the best. Can't believe how so many of you don't talk about Monty Python. Oh, watch. Girl, let's go. I should just do like a British episode where we talk Monty Python. And oh my God, like one of my favorite comedies of all time is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Like, I think that's for a certain generation. Like, I don't know, like I don't know if some of you, sorry, just saw Ken's thing. Soap opera talk with Mac. New show, right? Oh man, like I'm just so full of topics. How come there's like no one watching? Either that or it would be massively watched because all the soap opera people are like, finally someone gets me. So Evil dies in 4 years. Why in 4 years? Is there another one coming in 4? What's the 4 years, Ken? I'm not catching the Evil dies in 4 years. I know there's something there I'm missing. Probably like, I don't know, maybe it gets rebooted or something in 4 years. Days of Our Lives on all the time in our house. Loved Marlena and John. Deidre is, yeah, she is a twin. That's right. Deidre is a twin. You know who else is a twin? Linda Hamilton is a twin. And I got to say, that was one of the best utilizations of a twin I have ever seen in Terminator 2. When James Cameron realized, oh, does your sister look just like you? And then so God, that scene when, the T-1000 took on the persona of, Sarah Connor and she comes around the corner. I'm like, your brain, I didn't know the twin thing at the time. And I'm just thinking, wow, that is a good effect, man. That is spot on. It's her freaking sister, man. Like just right there in the scene, just, twins sharing that scene. That was rocking, man. So in case you guys don't, I'm sure you probably all know by now, but if you don't know that scene in T2, that wasn't a special effect. It's actually Linda and her twin at the end. Super cool. Dig that. Yes, I love Monty Python and Benny Hill. Yeah, we watch Benny Hill a lot too. And you always run around really. They'd speed up the film and he'd chase the girls at the end. That guy. Okay, let's see. Mara says to Adrian James, just saw John Cleese live last week. Oh, for real? Like, what was it? Was it like live on stage or I did see it wasn't necessarily on stage, but that one of those Fandango events they did like years ago. This was shortly after Graham Chapman had died. They did that Monty Python live on stage and they live casted it all over the world. So I saw that here and it was just so good. And it's where the Python cast reenacted a lot of their famous sketches that were just, like the parrot sketch, hello, Polly, toss. It's a dead parrot. It is a would-be parrot. I love the would-be. It is deft of breath. You guys gotta see. It's so funny. The parrot sketch is so good. And at the very opening of that, they pull up Graham Chapman's image, and this is how the humor of the Python boys goes. It said Graham Chapman, 1 down, 5 to go. Right? I think was there 6 of them? But like they go 1 down, 5 to go. I'm like, of course they're gonna say that. Like that's exactly the type of humor. They're like Graham would appreciate that joke, I suppose. And we all laughed out loud because we know they're doing it with love. So it was great. It's on Hulu. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, New Animaniacs is on Hulu. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I tried to picture like the logo in front. I'm like, which one was it? I know it's one of those two. Let's see. Fawlty Towers, Monty Python, Blackadder, and so many others. There you go. Right? Did I nail those? Oh, love those. And even some of the Jeeves and Wooster with Hugh Laurie, because Hugh Laurie I knew from Blackadder first. And, it's the king. He's so good in that. He's so good in Blackadder. And then so that made me go want to check out Jeeves and Wooster. So, yeah, man. See, I'm nerding out. You guys are learning like soap operas and British sitcoms, and it's like a whole new hut today. Let's see. Adrian says, I remember watching the likes of Man About the House, George and Mildred, Rising Damp. I haven't seen any of those. Spaced, yes, Spaced. Yeah, with the, Simon Pegg. Wow. Sorry, brain fart. British. I thought I said British people. British episode. Yay. I definitely watched that. Holy Grail is great. It's just a flesh wound. Come on back. I'll bite your kneecaps off. Nailed it. A Little Life of Brian is my favorite. Yeah. Always look on the bright side of life. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. There you go. Everybody's like, what's Huck doing? All right. I'm from the UK and I watch a lot of American shows too. Yeah, that's great too. I'm curious how that, like which ones came to the UK that UK love. Because we all, we get those shows that we've been talking about for me, and those are great. But we also apparently need fresh material. So we just mine all those great British sitcoms for our own purpose, like The Office and anything else we've turned into our own lump of gold. So yeah, if you need something good, just go to England first. They got a lot of good stuff. There's a 4-year. Oh, that's right. There's a time jump. See, I forgot about that. From kills to ends. Woo! Ken's ready to go. You ready for it, Ken? I mean, you were so pumped on Halloween Kills. Oh man. It's hard to think. I saw that last year, right? I think it was just last year. Live on stage with his Last Time to See Me Alive tour. Oh, okay. Really? See, that's hilarious that he says Last Time to See Me Alive. Those guys are so funny. It was toured in Finland where you live. Had second row seats. God, that sounds great. And was he just doing funny John Cleese stuff, telling stories? Huck, have you seen John Cleese's talk at Chapman's funeral? Look at it. Oh, I will now. Look it up if you haven't. Plus the talk show where they have his I saw that. Oh my God. The ashes, and he totally knocked it over. Oh my God. That was so funny. I literally I fell to the floor laughing so hard because you got to appreciate that kind of comedy. If you don't, you'd be highly offended. But if you appreciate that humor, which I do, oh my God, Merha, I was in tears when I saw that. Absolutely, so funny. I always felt Halloween H2O ended the series, head chopped off, right? Seems pretty done deal, right? Couldn't understand why a new story, except for the money, of course. Yeah, it's always about the money. The studio's just like, we're running out of stuff. What else can we dig up from the grave, literally? I nails that. You nail it. Did I? Always look on the broad. So yeah, I love Eric Idle. I love that whole cast, man. They're just so good. You didn't totally butcher The Office, but Ricky Gervais is my comedy guy. Oh, I love Ricky Gervais. Yes. So I'm live too. Yeah. Yeah, I would say, yeah, I mean, they're two different things, but I will say, at least from our perspective here, The Office was a really good show. I know they're slightly different in tone, but similar in that whole breaking the fourth wall kind of thing. But I love when Ricky would host the Golden Globes. That was great because he didn't give a crap about anybody that he was insulting, what they did at the time. Oh my God, if the Golden Globes even come back anymore, because they offended so many people that people don't want to be a part of it anymore. But if they came around next year and it was right after the Will Smith slap, you could guarantee Ricky Gervais would have some joke without pulling any punches about that Will Smith slap to Chris Rock, hands down. And then the audience would be like, "Ooh," and he'd be like, "Really, really? All right, well, he'd just grab his drink, cheers, then, American so uptight, But he'd be right. Whatever joke he'd make, he'd be right because it happened. You just have to have a sense of humor about it. Steptoe and Son, The Two Ronnies, Morcambe, and Wise. Those are other good ones. Someone have to jot all these down. I'm going to be a train wreck. It's going to be a train wreck of a movie, but should be fun. Nice. Yeah. I don't know, but maybe it's good that it ends. Maybe it's there's a truth in advertising. Halloween ends finally. They should have that's the the tag on the movie. Halloween ends, and it just says ... finally. That'd be hilarious. Okay. Mirha says he was telling stories and showing videos. In the second part, he answered questions. Oh, that sounds just like a great Q&A, little life story. Ah, that's awesome. Oh, so Jelly, you got to see that. Jelly, not sound like my daughter. She was like, Jelly. Like kids today, that instead of laughing, they actually go, lol. They say LOL. I'm like, did you just say lol? She's like, yeah. I was like, oh. All right, I'm not hip enough to do that yet. Well, unless I'm around here, I'll do it. LOL, yeah, you've got a great sense of humor. Thanks. I do my best, man. Thanks. How about Dad's Army and Are You Being Served? I did say Are You Being Served? Yeah. Wow. Nice. You're pulling out all the good ones, man. Yeah. Are You Being Served? I remember that. Oh, and AbFab. I can't forget AbFab. Those chicks are hilarious, man. So good. In fact, I love that I forget which one, but she came on Friends to be the mom of Emily when Ross was going to marry Emily in England. And I was like, oh, that is dope. And I forget who played the dad, but I know the dad was also a famous British sitcom actor. So I love that they do that kind of stuff, man. Good, pronounced Morecambe and Wise. Okay, so let's go back and see Morecambe and Wise. Okay, Morecambe, got it. No, not Morecambe. Clearly, I don't know the show because I didn't get it right. Anything can be funny. It's all in the delivery. Are you trying to take away some of my comedy skills? Saying that I don't. Yeah, it is all in the delivery, isn't it? AbFab, Black Books, the It Crowd. Yes, the It Crowd is very funny. Jennifer Saunders. Thank you. Yes, Jennifer Saunders. She is so good. So good. Those two. Yeah. I don't know if you guys are like big British. I call them Britcoms. Do you guys call them Britcoms? Or is it just British sitcoms? Britcoms has a nice roll to it. But yeah, so those are fantastic, man. So you guys got me on a nice roll. Now I'm like sort of like in the zone of thinking about awesome British sitcoms. Give me some like daytime soaps in my head. And of course, Cyndi Lauper. Now I got to go. I put it on, but I don't want to copyright ding on Electro Woman and Dyna Girl. Nope. She's calling in. Sorry, Cindy. Not right now. I'll get back to you in just a second. We'll talk in a minute. She's always trying to chime in during my show. Oh my God, the young ones. All right, hang on. Let's see. Is it nearby? Oh, it's really low on my shelf over there, but I totally have the young ones on DVD with, Vivian. Like, oh my God, Rick Mayall, from Drop Dead Fred is in that. Those guys are insane. That's a good one right there, Adrian. The young ones, man. We would watch that and just, there's one of the guys quotes. He goes, "Frumshanka." What the hell does that mean? Frumshanka means may you be fruitful in the belly of your woman. I just remember that quote for some reason. It's hilarious, or not, but if you know the show, you remember the line. But yeah, the young ones was insane. It was very funny. Enjoyed that very much. And bottom. So yeah, I could just do like my best or poorest, British. Maybe I'll host it as the British Huck one day. I gotta work on it. I can usually get it up. I have to watch a few. Well, the way I always do my accents, I tend to listen to someone specific, and then I basically just do that. I impersonate that sound of that person. So that's how I can try to dial in an accent. Although half the time I start slurring my accents into other accents. So the British start sounding Irish, but then the Irish start sounding Scottish. I'm like, wow. All right, let's just go for it. So yeah. All right, we may have to start wrapping this up, my friends, because it is after 9. I got to get to work, you know what I'm saying? Try to look like I'm doing my thing. So yeah, I think we're just going to wrap it up. I'm trying to remember, did I cover everything? Oh, my goodness. Wait, hold on. One more thing. Let's head over to the channel. What do we got? We got 13 and 30. We got an even number right now. 13 watching, 13 likes. That's pretty cool. I appreciate it. Now, last week, I sort of like jumped right up to 2,500 subscribers. So I am super thankful of that. So I want to do a nighttime show, just, hanging out with some of you guys. There's a few of you I want to invite specifically for certain reasons. Hopefully you'll be game for it. I don't know when, like maybe next Friday night or something like that. I'll just put it out into the universe to see who's maybe free for that kind of thing. But I have a few of you in mind that I want to ask to do that show. I mean, 25, I'm sort of like I said, my brain sort of works in fives, so, 2,500, 10,000, things like that. Those are milestones, I think when you hit your first 1,000, that's certainly a milestone. And then I don't know. I feel like 2,500 was a big thing. So I was super happy to hit that, man. So I can't thank you enough. And it's all because of a lot of it is just doing these challenges. So you guys are taking the challenges, you're putting the challenges on your channel, which has some audience that don't know me. So I'm getting some people from those. So I'm thankful for that because they're seeing you guys are also giving me a shout out, which I really appreciate. Thank you. Saying this is Huck's challenge. So go to Huck's channel. And then, wow, it just sort of like crawled up like a scale, whatever. It shot up like a rocket. That's so much better than crawling up like a scale. It's not even a thing. So yeah, thanks for that. And yeah. And Mika says she is down for a hangout. Sweet, man. Congrats on 25. Cool. Perhaps I'll reach out to Mika. But yeah, so yeah, thank you for that. And man, I just really am sincerely thankful that you guys are sticking around my channel. I think it's growing, it's changing, it's it's doing its thing. And by hook or crook, you guys are gonna hang around, or you're hopefully tell your friends and share it with other friends. That's another kicker. Oh, Michael, you live in Culver City. I have good friends in Culver City. That's a good place. That is good for you, man. Culver City is not a cheap place. In case you guys don't know, Culver City here in LA has turned into the new place to be because Amazon bought up tons of property over there. So they have one of their massive flagship Amazon warehouses right there in Culver. So yeah, that's premium property. I wanted to move there once upon a time, but as soon as that happened, I'm like, oh, missed the window. So yeah, dang. I think I had something in my head until I saw that. All right. So look, one more time, get out there, guys. I'm just going to plug these challenges because you guys were really good taking them. So if you haven't taken them yet, it's not too late. If you haven't done A to Z yet, if it's not too late, go do it, or go to this challenge on my channel and just play along in the comments. If you just want to text it, you don't want to make a video. Here's number 2. We got the 25 actors and an ensemble pick. I've seen some really great picks out there that are getting me super excited. Makes me want to check out those videos. And the female actresses that just dropped last Thursday is up, and I'm seeing some awesome picks with those as well. And finally, coming up this Thursday, we got the Director's Challenge, which is your last chance, man. It's your last chance to get in all those movies with some of your favorite actors, actresses, and directors that you may have missed on all the other 3 challenges. So I appreciate everybody taking those challenges. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it. Let me just check real quick. Any last thing? I'm in Canyon country, Michael. So let's see. Merha says, bye, have a good day. Well, thank you. Bye, Huck, have a nice day. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. I super appreciate everybody here today. And I'm going to leave you with one more thing. Hang on, I got it queued up. Just stick around next week. We're going to be bringing you a horror show next week. And it sounds like we're going to be an all-female battle coming up on Tuesday. All I got to do is get a hold of Mel and see if she's in, and then we'll have just the cream of the crop, y'all. So that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by the Morning Mug. Have a great day, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming by and sharing your time with me. So until next time, be safe, be kind. We'll see you on the next one.